Next question comes from Terrence Boyle on YouTube. I feel my story in brewing is a bit more unique than most. When I finally got in the brew house at my first brewery, they had a 200-barrel, 4-vessel, fully automated system with yeast management capabilities as well. All beers were step mash, no single mash infusion. In your opinion, is step mashing superior to single mash infusion? If I want to dry your beer, what would be good temperatures and times for a step mash? If I wanted a little maltier beer, how should I approach to step mashing that? I know there are other factors to consider, but to keep things as simple as possible, I want to restrict this question to just the mash. Love your comment. Keep fighting the good fight. Terrence, listen, every day it's what I do. I wake up, I look at my lovely wife lying next to me, and I'm like, babe, I'm fighting the fight again today. To answer your question, we got a few things going on here. Yeah, it's interesting when people walk into a situation like that, first brew gig, and everything's automated, everything's huge. It changes some things. So there's a few questions going on here, and let me pick away at them a little bit. In your opinion, is step matching superior to single mash infusion? I think depending on the beer that you're making, your raw materials, your raw ingredients, and what your goal is. I think that I think you can make a really strong argument for some malts that we use are so highly modified that those steps might not make a huge difference. All right. But if you're going to be doing something like, the ferulic acid rest, because you're making, Bavarian style wheat beer, will that have an impact on your Hefeweizen? Probably would, probably might. I don't know. I'm not like a whiz with that. Right. But do I think that you can potentially have, more stable foam, maybe be able to drive a level of fermentability that you can't with single infusion? Maybe. Those are some things. I think they're ancillary points. I think they're secondary or tertiary. I'm going to say a lot of words I don't understand right now. It's not of primary importance to making a good beer. Okay. I think you might be able to drive home some very fine point nuance on some beers utilizing some of those techniques, but not everybody has access to them. September and June, who has an opinion that I highly regard. Weinstefaner did something with the step mash versus single infusion, taste-wise, extract-wise. Try it for yourself if possible. Helles in can is a single infusion and bottle is step mashed. That's a treat right there. I would be so into that. I think I remember discussing this before, whether it was online or offline, but that's a great one. So if you can pull side by side of those, that's something that I would risk a few days of depression for. That would be interesting. Or maybe it wouldn't be so interesting that it would be worth the depression. But gluten sensitivity be damned. We did talk about it a while ago. That's kind of my take right there. And then potentially a really cool real world thing that you might be able to kind of side by side sample. Ultimately, you're talking about, if you want to make a drier beer, and you're looking at a step mash situation. Remember that the reactions that are going to be happening at lower temperatures are going to take longer. Okay, so if you're looking to make a very fermentable beer, and you are going to be step mashing it, and you're just thinking about fermentability, you're not worrying about protein rests or anything like that. Maybe think like low to mid 140 degree range F, and I think that's like 163 C. for 30, 45 minutes. And then you can ramp that up maybe into the mid 150s for another 15, 20 minutes, and then get it up into your mash out temperature, around 162, or maybe that's 72 C. That's a guess though. You might want to double check it, for 5 to 10 minutes, for your mash out. So if you want to do that, playing with it and try to get something really dry. If you want to go with something a little bit fuller bodied with a little bit more dexterous work, I would start those steps a little higher up, and shorten them up. Maybe start high 140s, then into the mid 150s, and then up to your mash out. So, but yeah, that would kind of be my take on it. It is a little bit of a it depends answer. So, but I very much appreciate the question.
So all I want to do is go the distance.
All right, everybody, thank you so much for watching. If you feel as if you got any value out of the video, please like and subscribe. There are also other videos that you can watch. They're going to maybe be over here or over here. Appreciate you watching.